What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're moving over to Jean Grey, X-Men 97 Wave 2. Let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Anyway, stop being replaced. Counterculture's in your face. Fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
As promised, today we're taking a look at X-Men 97 Jean Grey. Let's see what we've got going on. Taking a look at the package, of course, there's your image for the animated series X-Men 97 under the Marvel Studios banner. Jean Grey, a nice nice image from the animated series, not the comic. There she is. Not a whole lot going on in there. Extra set of hands and an extra head. Flip it to the back. That's the rest of the wave. One more to go. That video will be later in the week. There's an image render of the Jean Grey figure. Some important information down at the bottom. Let's get her out of the box. Fresh out of the box. I already like this one more than the VHS one. As I said in a previous video, I didn't collect the VHS line of figures aside from the Wolverine. I'm not a fan of the cell shading, so it was a total pass for me. But this one aesthetically looks better than the VHS one pictured here. So I think you're already off to a good start. Just looking at the figure, I'm thinking you could easily put this into any X-Men display. Whether you're doing an X-Men 97 display or just an X-Men team. If you didn't get the Love Triangle version, which I will have a comparison later in the video, I think you're okay. You can definitely mix this one in. It looks like it'll fit pretty well, actually. Let's take a closer look. All right, so I really like this face sculpt. It's actually done really well. Doesn't look super animated. Like a lot of them kind of came off way more animated, and totally understandable. It is a wave for an animated series, but this face sculpt is actually a really nice looking face sculpt. All right, yeah. So I mean, you got a nice costume throughout. Mine has something going on there, but nice design through the legs. Pretty basic, right? There's absolutely zero paint from the waist down, but it is a nice looking version of the character. Let's see the extra hands and the extra head. So here she is with her extra hand. So the fully open hands, you did have a semi-open, I guess that's the telekinesis hand. I don't know. And a fist, right? Here's the alternate head with the hair parted down the middle. Still pretty good. I definitely prefer the ponytail look, but still a really nice looking face on this one as well. As far as the articulation goes, starting at the head, she will look down to about there. The head does seem to, she has a really long neck, right? So it does sit a little bit high. Looking back, I mean, she'll look up to about there. The ponytail doesn't really get in the way. Oh, the ponytail actually comes out. So you can rotate it however you like to free up some space and get a little bit more looking back. Rock side to side, and of course all the way around. That's a nice touch. I mean, it's probably going to fall out super easily over time, but being able to move that, it makes it's such a small touch, but it makes a big difference. All right. Shoulder pads are a separate piece as well. You can see that lifts up. Very pliable plastic, but you absolutely see stressing already on that plastic. All right. Arm will rotate all the way around and take the shoulder pad with it. Arm will go out to about there. And you do have your upper bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless at the elbow. Really long elbow situation. Nothing at the upper abdomen, lower chest area. So that is all solid through there. You just have the single point down at the waist, which you can move it all around. It'll come up. You'll get some gap. Already seeing some stressing on the belt area too, just from moving that around. You get a little bit of chewing down there. All right, so this isn't perfect. There's a lot of issue with this area, and you definitely would like to see a little bit more articulation through the torso. Moving down, she'll kick out to there. You're not going to get too much going backwards, and you'll get her leg out to about there. Hips are standard, no drop down. Upper thigh cut, get you moving around there. Double jointed, pinless at the knee, so she will kick up to there. Nothing at the calf, and then standard articulation down at the foot. For your size comparison, I do have her backed up against the Love Triangle Jean Grey. For me, this is still the definitive Jean Grey for my collection. I certainly prefer the Love Triangle over the Xmen 97 version. But again, if you did miss out on this Love Triangle version and you don't want to spend up for the pack, I think you'll be just fine with this Xmen 97 Jean Grey. Just for me personally, I do prefer the look of the Love Triangle. You have a little bit more as far as the paint goes. The metallic blue looks really great. The hair looks so good in that shade. So just a little bit more detail on that Love Triangle version. I'll do some head swaps just in case anybody's interested. So let's check that out. All right, so here's the Love Triangle ponytail head on the 97 Jean Grey. I think that works. The blues are very close in color, only a slight difference. So you can certainly pull that off. Let's try the other head. And yeah, that totally works as well. So I guess if you kind of want the best of both worlds, right? You want a more updated body, you want pinless for your Jean Grey, but you prefer these heads, absolutely you can swap them out. I think that looks just fine. I mean, it works well. It is a little bit loose, but not terribly. So it stays on. It just has a little bit more looseness to it, and it looks, again, it sits high, but so do the heads that come with the figure. So I think she just has a very long neck on this figure. And then here are your 97 heads on the Love Triangle body. And again, it works. It really works well. So maybe if you like the brighter hair color and you like the more updated face, totally an option. And same thing here. I don't really like this one as much. It definitely works. So if you like it, you prefer it, you're certainly gonna be able to work that out. I just like the hair on this one so much better. I don't know why. Just looks good to me. But yeah, so these head swaps work all the way around. You can, put whichever head on whichever figure, and it'll all look good. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. There is your X-Men 97 Jean Grey from Wave 2 Marvel Legends figure. Decent figure. It's okay. It's absolutely not replacing the Love Triangle Jean Grey in my collection, so I will be sticking with that. But as I said previously, for those of you who did not get the Love Triangle for whatever reason, I think you'll be perfectly happy with this Jean Grey to take that spot in your display. Again, if you're not going the X-Men 97 route and you just want a Jean Grey that looks pretty decent, I would go with this one. I like it more than the VHS, but not more than the Love Triangle. So that's where I am on this Jean Grey. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Absolutely appreciate you checking out the video and staying this long if you have. Of course, you can find me on these socials here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture, it's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends.